All right, guys, welcome back. This is Baseball and Whatever. In the words of Michael Scott and Scott's Tots, hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. And that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. Was that good for a second? That was good, right?
That was great.
That was
all right, thank
solid.
You. Oh, stopped. So if you don't know, that's from The Office. We tonight on Baseball and Whatever, we will be talking Cubs, Sox, a little bit of Bears, some action around the MLB, and then we will be having our first official draft. Vinnie came up with this idea. We will be drafting our own office characters to create our own office. And then I'm thinking maybe we'll have people vote on who had the best office. So we'll talk
office fantasy team.
Office fantasy team.
That's kind of like what we're going
yes,
for here.
I think that's what we're
it'd be
going
better
for.
than my fantasy football team.
Well, I finally
hate fantasy football.
Yeah, I do too. I finally got my first win this week, Vinny. It was against your dad. So
well, that's a bye week, so you should win that.
I looked. I don't think he had a starting wide receiver, so I was like, oh well, it's a victory. I'll take it.
Did he
anyway.
have both Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb playing?
I don't know. All right. Anyway, there's Vinny. There's Greg. We are back. Episode 25. Blackhawks fans will remember the illustrious Cam Barker, who was a complete bust, who wore 25. Any other 25s you guys can think of?
Christmas.
Tell me. Christmas.
You tell me.
Oh, I like
Christmas.
the ultimate 25.
Yep.
Right
I
there.
agree.
Derek Lee, Andrew Vaughn, Austin
Derek
Romine
Lee.
with the Cubs currently, I think, is 25. So.
I think so. All right, not bad then. We're in good company. So, if this is your first time listening to us, we are Baseball and Whatever. Our first half of our show is baseball talk with a little bit of football sprinkled in now with football season, and then we shift gears to our Whatever segment where we pretty much talk about whatever we want, whether it's TV shows, movie, video games, sports, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, James Bond. We got the new Bond movie coming up. Greg, are you getting excited?
I am getting super pumped, but I had to kind of delete Twitter.
Oh,
Well, I didn't delete it. I had to, I just have to avoid it. Just because, the spoilers are just leaking out left and right. So I just got to unplug a little bit and try and stay away from some of the usual
hangouts,
access to news and articles and all that crap. So
that could be tough.
Gotta stay strong here. Going October 8th, the Friday, which is the technical release day. It was going to be the 7th, late at night, but White Sox are playing. Far Cry 6 is coming out. There's my schedule's full.
It's a pretty good couple
like
weeks coming up.
Plus, like being a dad and stuff like that.
Yeah, it really gets in the way, right?
So a little bit. So,
I
was gonna say I was gonna buy a day planner just to write all this stuff down. So I actually have
a lot to do.
Some stuff to look forward to here. Hopefully, most of it works out. So I'm gonna be pissed if it doesn't. But
yeah. So the other thing too, I don't know if you guys know, Greg did an interview with the Two Jocks and a Schlub podcast. I just got done listening to it before I hopped on, where he talked all about the White Sox. I gotta rag on you, Greg. I did not appreciate the Wrigley Field comments you made. I was kind of took those to heart there a little bit.
I was okay with it, Greg. It was fun.
Well, Justin, what you need to do, see, I'm killing two birds with one stone right here. Not only did they get an awesome White Sox guest, but you write in your thoughts.
Oh, I will.
Two jocks and a schlub, so they get the corresponding. Be like, hey, that asshole Greg, I don't like him.
Don't have him back on.
Yeah, listening. So now we got to get him back again. So everybody wins, I think.
And I did they liked your podcast voice, which I agree. You got those dulcet tones,
Yeah, I hated when our first episode came out, and I had the I had the dual. I was rolling with the dual sense.
That's right. Yeah.
It was just. I kind of dragged my words a little bit, and I was just. Oh, it just sounds terrible. So I think this guy right here helps a little bit. But
yeah,
I'm starting to get used to the sound of my own voice when I listen back to all our episodes. So.
I know we've talked about this in the past, but every once in a while I'll go back and listen to the first episode or the second episode when Vinnie was on for the first time, and it's like, oh man, not that we know what we're doing now, but we really didn't know what we were doing back then. So.
Yeah. We've definitely. I think we've definitely learned a lot, and we've come into our.
We have a format it's a little bit more. A little bit more legit. And on that note, hopefully within the next week or so, we will be signing with the Belly Up Sports podcast network. They're an up and coming sports website, sports blog. They have about, I think, 14 or 15,000 followers online. So they're pretty big. So we are psyched. They actually liked our stuff. So we are going to be joining their network. Nothing is going to change for those listening. It'll be all stuff on the back end, but we'll have a website. We'll have merchandise you can buy, which still blows my mind.
Merch.
Yeah, so if you want a t-shirt or a hoodie with our logo on it, or maybe we can just get like our face. We'll get a hoodie with
Ooh,
no.
no. Let's not do that.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know. Do you really want to see people walking around with your face?
No, I
think
don't.
I do. I think we've done enough episodes where I'm like, yes, I'm ready to see my face on t-shirts. So
all right, there we go.
Actually, getting back to Two Jocks and a Schlub, they have really nice cover art for their podcast. They have kind of like some talented artists did like an animated thing of the three of them, and it looks really nice. So I'm like, ooh, we should do something like
maybe we can get Andy to draw pictures of us.
There you go.
Maybe, yeah. Exactly. And then, that's not a bad idea. And
have
then
the kids
kind of like
the kids draw.
Have the kids, kind of like our kids drawing us. I kind of like
what they think that we look like. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Well, my youngest daughter did draw me at preschool today.
Oh,
look like a giant blue potato. So,
well, hey,
which is what I look like right here. So she's spot on.
Now I'm just picturing Billy Madison. I drew the dog. I made him a blue. Was it a green duck or a blue duck? Because I've never seen a blue duck, and I wanted to make.
Maybe it was green. I don't know.
It's been a while.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Mrs. Lippy. All right. We need to get moving along, I suppose.
Yes, we do.
All right. Greg, we have a couple comments. Would you like to read our listener comments and listener feedback for this week?
White Sox fan Erica on YouTube. I believe I was in middle school when I saw The Exorcist. It was okay. It was amazing. Ghostbusters 2 is way better than You've Got Mail.
All right, well, let me get the divorce proceedings started now.
So she does say sorry, Jay. Does that mean anything?
No, it doesn't do anything. Sorry.
Also, zombie dreams are the best!
That's
exclamation
awful.
Point.
That is in reference to her wanting me to play scary zombie video games so she can take a nap and have zombie dreams, which...
Exactly.
There's a case study waiting to happen there. I don't know what that is, but
and she finishes off saying, "I'm a White Sox fan, and it's fun listening to Greg and how excited and happy he is for our team. At least one Chicago team showed up this year. Could not be more correct, Eric.
It certainly won't be the Bears. That's for sure.
Probably a dead man reading how I changed that up a little bit. But
good luck.
sounds good on the airwaves. Doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks for writing in. And lastly, Bond fan, genius, awesome tattoo sleeve in the works. Shayla Miller on Twitter shoots us a lovely message. Happy podcast day to some of my favorites, including baseball and whatever. This girl is like a big deal on Twitter and in the Bond community. So that feels really nice. And she was an awesome guest on Slime. So excellent. Shayla, we love you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much, Shayla. So, all right. Well, Let's get into some White Sox talk. I know, Vinnie, you had an idea. You were going to run through some pitchers for Greg and see if they should make the playoff roster, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
We kind of brushed on this last week, but I was like, you know what? With people getting healthy, see what Greg thinks of.
Are we talking division series or just kind of like in general?
We'll just go first series. Yep. We'll go first series.
Sounds good.
Right. Starters: Lucas Giolito.
Yes.
Dallas Keuchel.
No.
Dylan Cease.
Yes.
Carlos Rodon.
Yes.
And Lance Lynn.
Yes.
Okay, so that's probably four starters. You're probably not going to have a fifth, right?
No.
Or would you have Raylo as your fifth?
He makes the roster.
Bullpen?
But yeah, just kind of guy what we need him to do sort of thing.
Long man.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it maybe with the way Rodon looked yesterday, maybe if we need a fourth starter, that certainly could be made. I'd be okay with that personally.
Okay.
Let me just say that.
So he would make the roster, so probably would put him in the bullpen for now.
For now, yeah.
Okay. So we got 6 more positions to fill for the bullpen. If you're thinking probably 11 man.
So I'm allowed a 26-man roster, right?
Yeah.
So I would want 11 or 12. Yeah, I can do 6. We'll do 6.
Okay.
That's fine.
Liam Hendricks.
Yes.
Craig Kimbrell.
Yes.
Garrett Crochet.
Yes.
Aaron Bummer.
Yes.
Jose Ruiz.
No.
Okay. Michael Kopech.
Yes.
If healthy, Ryan Tepera.
Yes.
So that's 6.
That's 6. Who else did I leave out?
Mike Wright Jr.
Oh, hell no. That guy shouldn't be on the team right now. That guy's a bum.
Ryan Burr.
I like him. I'd be okay with it, but he's just kind of like an odd man out.
So maybe if Tepera is not healthy by then.
Yeah.
And then Matt Foster.
No.
Okay. And so
Keuchel is out. If Evan Marshall's healthy too, that'd be kind of like another. I don't know where he is in his rehab, but if Tepera's not ready, I'd look at Evan Marshall too, probably. Okay. But at this point, I think I'd feel like if Ryan Burr was to step up there, I like the way he's throwing right now. And Jose Ruiz is just, he's a nice pitcher and everything, but he's just like our guy that comes in when the game's already, long out of reach. Yeah. So if he comes in a postseason game, it's probably not a good sign for that game. So yeah, that's about who I had.
Yeah, I would agree. So, yeah, it's exciting. It's all the best, Greg. By the next time we have the next podcast, it'll be pretty darn close to the wild card series will be starting, right?
Yeah, if you guys decide to record Thursday, you might be without me, or I might be distracted just watching the
that's right.
TV over there.
Maybe we should record Wednesday.
So, we could probably we could do that.
We'll see. If it doesn't work, we'll figure something out. But really quick, so if I had to, it's kind of interesting because I saw this on the sheet. I was thinking, what would my rotation be right now? Like, what would my 1, 2, 3 punch be? And I don't know if it surprises you or not, but I would actually go at this point. Would do Lynn 1, even though I know he's been struggling. I kind of like the way. That's just kind of like the way we're set up now. So it's actually similar to the way we're set up now. So it's Lynn, Giolito, and then I go Cease, believe it or not, because Rodon's healthy. That's all well and good, but watched him pitch yesterday, and I did watch the game, and the numbers look good. He didn't look so great. Like
not
that
so
type
much,
of that type of pitching's not. That's kind of scary. Going into the postseason, it might give a Houston Astros specifically a different look, maybe. But that kind of. There was no velocity to anything. It was a very timid start. Maybe that was intentional, but even, Tony, he's a pretty honest guy. He's like, yeah, we'll see. He was pretty much on the lines of we'll see. So it's like,
well,
and Cease's stuff is just, it's probably the best on the team with him. You just worried about, the just the inexperience, I guess. I guess they're all inexperienced, but he's in the big moments. So it's
didn't they give Rodon a couple extra days off too in between starts this last time around?
Okay. Yeah. So he's done for the season now. They gave him some starts. He had that kind of nagging things going on. So I guess if we need him like for that game 4 or something, if we don't want to roll out Raylo, I guess the more rest the better, and then have Ronaldo, Kopech, Groche just warming up early, ready to go if it's got to be a three inning start for Carlos or something like that. So hopefully the other guys can take you on. I would love it if like Lynn. I think I said on the podcast, but if Lynn can give me like 7 or 8. And they're doing good. I was like, "Ooh, that would be
wonderful,
really nice." But we'll see. We'll see. Not holding my breath on that one. So,
yeah, I'm excited. Even not as a Sox fan, I'm just excited to watch their games. As a casual observer and kind of have at least, like I said, not a fan, but I'm gonna have a rooting interest. I'd like to see them do well. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And for Greg's sake,
too.
So
yeah.
It's a catch-22 because if they bottom out, the entertainment value on the podcast with Greg.
It's just
spectacular. So
yes,
I might have to click the explicit button like 3 or 4 times. Just we'll have a bunch of little E's next to the podcast download.
I was thinking about that the other day. I think I am the Ralph Wiggum White Sox fan. I'm happy and angry. So that's kind of my thing. And I do. It does. Baseball's my sport, and when it's good, I love it, and when it's bad and irritating, man, do I wear it on my sleeve? I get so worked up. So
there's
if it provides entertainment value, I am here for it. So.
There's something though about like even when your team's not in it. I don't know how you guys feel, but like when it's playoff baseball and like I'll just pick teams that I want, just to give me something to root for. But it's so, it's so exciting when it's October. You can tell it's kind of cold out,
and
it's night games, and it's exciting.
And even if you don't have an affinity towards a team, I mean, good play and exciting play is contagious.
Exactly.
So if you get someone, like we're kind of pulling for the Seattle Mariners a little bit, that AL race against us. So if they make it in, they make a run, and your team is out, my team is out, and they're doing some cool things, like that stuff's contagious and it's exciting, and you kind of want to jump on board a little bit for that Cinderella story or that Cinderella moment or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Real quick before we get to the Sox, and Soldier Field talk, I saw today Frank Thomas bought controlling stakes of the company that owns Field of Dreams and the location. So it sounds like Frank will be a majority owner of all things Field of Dreams. I can't even imagine how much that cost him. But yeah, it's
not a lot. Pocket change.
Pocket change. A lot for us, nothing for the Hall of Famer. So.
It just says the transaction was announced Thursday, involves the purchases of all interests that include Go the Distance Baseball LLC, which had previously held ownership of the movie site, and its sister company All Star Ballpark Heaven. The controlling interest, which is purchased by This Is Heaven LLC, a venture between Thomas and Chicago real estate developer and entrepreneur Rick Heidner. Thomas will serve as CEO. And former Dodgers general manager Dan Evans will serve as the COO. So,
wow. So are the Cubs and Reds playing in this thing next year? Are they just going to bottom out and Frank's going to go bankrupt? Right. They're going to destroy the Field of Dreams experience. And
oh God, he's going to be making phone calls to Ricketts saying, "You better put a competitive team on the field. I need my money back."
He's going to ship in. He's going to buy players himself, Hey,
you know what?
Billy Bean and Moneyball.
If that's what it takes, that's fine with me.
Or he might as well just put the Iowa Cubs there, right?
There you go.
They would save a lot of money on travel. Right. Let's be realistic. So,
could Uber the team there pretty much.
Pretty much. So I know Greg, the guys from Two Jocks and a Schlub, asked you. They probably don't.
Should we just change our podcast to?
We're two Schlubs and a Jock. Yeah. We'll be the opposite. I know they asked you about it. So the story broke with the Bears putting in to buy the land in Arlington Heights, which is just outside the city, for a potential stadium deal down the road,
right down the street from my place of employment.
That's right. and I know you said it pretty well on their interview, was that as soon as that story broke, like literally like 2 seconds later, the story was, well, are the Sox going to want to move to Soldier Field and all that? So I mean, do you want to just kind of echo what you already reiterated, and then maybe we can just discuss what we think?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I said on the podcast, and that's just been my thought, I'm perfectly happy with where the White Sox play now.
Yeah.
I know Soldier Field's really, really pretty down there. If they do move out there, I mean, it is what it is. I don't really have that strong of an opinion on it, but I me personally, I like where they're at. And if they move to Soldier Field, I'll probably still end up going anyway. So it'd just be, a nicer area if anything like
that's
that.
pretty much it. Yeah.
A little crazier. I mean, every stadium's crazy, but I mean, for me, like I said, I'd be fine them staying put, but I guess, if it does bring the team, more attendance, good for them, because the attendance doesn't mean shit to me.
No.
So.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't see Jerry Reinsdorf putting up money to make that move.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I mean, Vinnie, what do you think?
That. I don't know. I don't get it.
No.
The location for Guaranteed Rate Field's like great. I don't know. We all went to a game together, and it was a fantastic time. Getting into the stadium was a breeze. The stadium's nice. I mean,
it's a beautiful stadium. Yeah.
Bad about it. I don't get the appeal. I mean, I know a lot of people in Chicago are upset about the Bears moving, but I don't get the appeal with Soldier Field.
No, neither do I.
It's kind of dumpy. You want to talk about Wrigley being a dump? I mean, at least
Soldier Field, yeah.
At least Wrigley from the outside looks nice and looks like a actual baseball stadium.
They've done improvements to it too.
Yeah,
so and it doesn't look like a spaceship or a cruise liner, depending on which spot you're looking at.
That's
I
very
don't know.
true.
And then
I mean,
just the traffic getting down there too is bad.
That's one thing I did bring up right on Lakeshore Drive, right, or whatever they call it now.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
but
that's just.
If you think about it, baseball, they're probably going to have less fans, so maybe it won't be as bad. That would be
it's still going to be a lot, though.
Yeah,
like, that's the thing.
Oh,
again,
on a weekly basis too.
Guaranteed rate field, you might as well keep it there because the traffic flow is going to be nice and everything.
Yeah.
As a fan, why would you want it moved?
Right, exactly.
You don't care what the backdrop. I mean, people that care about the Soldier Field, the backdrop of the lake. Who cares?
Yeah,
you're there to watch a game, not the backdrop.
Right.
Yeah. I get it. The Bears are awful, and the backdrop is probably more enjoyable.
That's more enticing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to calm you down a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to go to a Sox game to see the Sox. You don't really care about what the backdrop looks like.
No.
Who gives a rat's ass about that?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I will admit, even as a Cubs fan, the ease of getting to White Sox games when we've gone is so much more convenient. That is one of the reasons I have stopped going to. I mean, I used to go in college, and after college, I would go probably to about 10 Cubs games a year. But it's just such a pain in the ass to get down to Wrigleyville. And then if you're going to park, you got to find, you're either going to do a parking lot that you got to pay for or park on the street, a couple blocks away. And then if you're not, then you got to take the L, which I have had way too many bad experiences on the L. I hate the L with a passion. So, as far as Soldier Field, I'll be honest, if the Bears were to move to Arlington Heights and they have a dome stadium or a retractable roof, I would go to way more Bears games than I've gone to, because I like football, but I'm not sitting out in the cold freezing my ass off either. I don't know what that, that's just not my thing. So yeah, I don't know.
I know somewhere you could park too for free. So I'll charge others, but you guys can get in for
Thank
free.
you. So. Oh man, Greg.
Actually, you can get in for free, but you have to wear an orange vest, have a whistle, and direct traffic.
I can do that. That's fine.
Area. So
I've seen some of the parking attendants around the United Center that they don't do much. Yeah,
right. You just gotta
point and and then if something happens, you just walk away.
Just walk away. Yeah.
So
I don't actually work here.
No, it's my first day. So I mean, I don't know. You guys got anything else on the Sox where you'd like to bring up before we move on?
I am going back on. I don't even know if Vinny, where was I on Leori Garcia before?
Oh,
I can't remember.
I don't know.
I don't think you. I thought you were.
I thought I was giving him a hard time several podcasts ago.
You might have, but
I think I was, because I wasn't too thrilled, and he has been on fire lately. He is on fire to the point where he is my starting right fielder and batting seventh in the White Sox.
Wow.
In the White Sox postseason lineup. So, or second base. He's in my lineup one way or the other.
Wow.
That is
Gavin Sheets is my DH against righties, because he is just doing whatever we need him to do. He's just been fantastic. So who knew, right?
Right. Did not see that coming.
Nope.
Start, as long as it's not Adam Eaton out there. But I was playing around that with a little bit, like, how would I build the lineup? And then I was watching the game yesterday, and then I was like, actually, it probably looks something like that, because that has been working lately. So Gavin Sheets, Leori, who's been, he's in the last 15 games or whatever, he's like hitting 400 or something like that. So not a lot of power, but he's getting on base, and I think him hitting right in front of Sheets, who's mashing, I think that can that might get us some runs on the board. At least that's what I'm hoping so far. So I kind of like the look of him hitting in that 7 hole at the moment. So
I am shocked. Okay. I did not see this. This is a turn of events. I don't know.
I'm benching Cesar Hernandez, who was doing awful. He's kind of come around a little bit lately, but I think I'd want Leori at second, and then I would take I right field, maybe Vaughn or Angle. I don't know. I have to work it out, but it's something along those lines. My first 6 are kind of solidified. I think it's just around with those last 3 in the lineup. So, but either way, it's kind of it's always kind of fun to build your postseason lineup or your postseason roster. So, and then just hope it works out. And you're like, fucked all of them,
Yeah.
So, at the end, that's what we don't want. So
I can already see a podcast where you're cursing Leury Garcia at some point.
Yeah. God, remember what I said about Leury Garcia?
Yeah.
That
Damn
was
it.
shit,
Yeah.
And he's the longest tenured White Sox.
That's true. It was meant to be then. It was meant to be.
Meant to be. Here we go.
All right, real quick, to put the Cubs to bed and out of their misery at this point.
Is this it for the Cubs? This
might be the I mean, we might bring up if there's any off-season.
Off season stuff, just regular season stuff.
There's not even much to talk about this time. But
No.
I know, Vinny, you were very upset they got swept by the Cardinals this week.
Couldn't break their streak.
Couldn't break the streak.
Bums.
Yeah, that. It's never good when they lose to the Cardinals, but this year especially, they did win tonight. I think they did a 9-0 shutout against the Pirates. But it's the Pirates. That's like the equivalent of kissing your cousin. I don't know. I mean,
still, they beat a bad team. It's better they beat a bad team than lose to a bad team.
That's true. That's true.
And I guess I don't care if it was like Davies pitching and they lost because that just gets them a better draft spot. But Justin Steele went out there and pitched 7 innings and threw 7 strikeouts. So
there's hope for next season.
That's what you want to see from the young guys against bad teams doing well, not getting canned. So
I got a quick question for you guys going to the Cubs. I don't know. Can't remember if I asked this last week, and if I did, I apologize. But Cardinals Dodgers wild card game, not great, right? Like little, like two shitty teams. Is there an inkling of I don't want to say happiness or joy if the Cardinals knock out the Dodgers in that one game after the Dodgers
I don't
so much to win 100 games. They're the second best record in baseball, and then all of a sudden it's just taken away. No, not at all.
Cardinals have to lose. No, I don't want them to move on.
I hate the Dodgers with a passion, but I hate the Cardinals with a passion more.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like most.
I think it's natural.
Where does your hate stem from, Justin, against the Dodgers? They're not in the same division.
No, you know. Okay,
is it because they're better? They're just better.
Well, no. All right, strap.
That's why I hate them because they're just better at. They're just better at us at just about everything.
No. Okay, this is stupid. In Little League, the last year I played Little League, I was on the Dodgers, and the coach was the biggest dickbag. So because of that, I hate the Dodgers with a passion.
That's amazing.
It is. Because I love most LA teams. Like I love the Los Angeles Kings, the Chargers are okay. I like Justin Herbert. He's my starting quarterback for fantasy football this season. I don't mind the city of Los Angeles at all, but I hate the Dodgers with a passion. And it's now that they're like this
because of Coach Dickbag.
Yes, because of the coach I had. He's just he was an asshole. Anyway. That's why, and since that day, I hate the Dodgers.
So it actually has nothing to do with the actual organization.
team.
No, I also don't like Justin Turner. I don't know. He just I don't know. Something about that whole like
the COVID thing
that I didn't like,
year?
And then also the fact that he looks like Cornelius from the Christmas Santa Claus Rudolph, whatever that show is. You know what I'm talking about? Dice, the guy that slays the abominable in
no.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
What's wrong with that guy?
He looks like
the guy that licks his ice picks and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
great impression, Justin.
Thank you for the audio listeners. Just be thankful you didn't see that impression.
Yeah.
Yes, that I don't know. I got a bunch of weird stuff going around in my head with the Dodgers. I do not like them.
Well, for your sake, guys, I hope the Cardinals do in fact lose, but
yes,
if they do knock the Dodgers off,
that'd be a hell of a story.
Game, I'm gonna have that little shit-eating grin out the side. Just
you think if they knock them out, you think Dave Roberts ends up on the hot seat?
No, well, they won last year.
They did.
He bought himself some time. Winning last year.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like for a while he was, and then like
unless he totally just botches, the wild card game, and he just like Buck Showalters himself.
Oh God,
cost him his job. So
but
I don't know what the situation is like over there, but I would say probably not. But Dodgers fans, let us know. You want Dave Roberts gone.
Yeah.
So.
The Dodgers fans tune into the podcast about a half an hour in. Just like how they show up to Chavez Ravine about an hour, by the third inning. So the other thing I found that I thought was pretty cool is from an article by Will Leach on MLB.com. In the wild card era, only two Cubs players, both Sammy Sosa in 2001 and Derek Lee in 2005, have put up a higher OPS than Frank Schwindel. Schwindel has a higher OPS than Sosa did the year he hit 66 home runs as well. So
that's awesome.
That's nuts.
Granted, it's only like 50 something games, I think, for old Frank, but
there's a new Mr. Cub on the
right.
rise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for the next season. The wheels are just gonna fall off that experiment. Right? I mean, that there's no way. I hope I eat my words. I will gladly eat them, but I don't think
you're just preparing yourself for
he's going to regress
the
to
possible inevitable.
Yes, the inevitable.
Well, he doesn't really have a mean though.
That's true. Yeah. His minor league mean, I guess, would be the.
Well, that was pretty good though. His minor league numbers are good.
Yeah, I just
if that happens, then that's not bad.
I mean, he'd be a cheap, decent player to have.
Yeah, he's a pre-arb player. They're going to keep him around.
Yeah,
you keep a player like that around, and if the wheels do fall off, it's okay. See you later.
Fix. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, he could be the next Tyler Colvin for all we know. So, or Micah Hoffpower. So
yeah, or Brian LaHair.
Brian LaHair. Vinny, you got some Cubs trivia you want to mention?
I do. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter, but Jordan Bastian of MLB wrote a tweet, and it was Trent Giambroni is the 65th player used by the Cubs this season. He came into pinch hit yesterday, setting a National League record, 65 players used in a season. Do you guys know what the most amount of players used in a season is? And bonus points if you can guess the year in which it happened and the team.
So you said this was 65th player?
65th player, yep. The National League record. National League record.
Okay. Is it...
So that helps you with the team.
Is it right? Is it the...
I want to say it's got to be like some really bad team.
Is it going to be the 2012 Cubs?
What?
20...
No. The Cubs just set the National League record.
Oh, but they didn't beat their own. Okay.
Oh no, they didn't beat the MLB record. So they set the National League, but they don't have the MLB record. So that leaves the AL for teams. But you still can guess the number. Teams is a bonus point.
I have no idea
because I thought. Well, I mean, I was thinking
they're close on the number. They're really close on the number, and they could do it if somebody goes down with an injury, which they might be doing because Davies isn't going to start. So if they call somebody up to start, they could be very close to it. I'm really trying to help you guys.
I have no idea.
Throw a number out. Any number.
67.
More than
I was 69.
There you go, Justin.
Oh,
really?
Ooh, Greg. Nice.
Yeah, just because that's the best number.
Justin, you got it.
Did I really? Who was the team?
The team was the Mariners in 2019.
Wow.
Oh.
Did not know that.
No, never would.
Interesting.
Never would have guessed.
And
that.
I actually saw Trent Giambroni play at A-ball at Myrtle Beach for the Cubs against the Sox when Eloy got traded. So,
cool.
I still remember that. Yep. I saw his name. I was like, "Whoa, that's a fun name."
Very cool. All right, awesome. You guys got any other Cubs miscellaneous stuff you want to mention before we move on?
Nope.
I don't have anything.
No, there's
no.
So
and the season end today.
We salute you.
Almost there.
We'll see you on the other side as the ship goes down. Hopefully next season.
We'll see you in the picket line and the blow up rad outside of wherever.
Red lines, yeah. All right, something more exciting. We got the wild card matchups coming to a close confirmation in the near future. But as of right now, let's go over the standings because things are heating up. Let me pull them up here. So in the NL, the wild card and the playoffs have been finalized. You got the Dodgers and the Cardinals have clinched wild card spots. I believe the Milwaukee Brewers have clinched the NL Central. The Atlanta Braves have just tonight clinched the NL East. And the Giants are technically still in charge of the NL West, but there's always the chance that the Dodgers could win 2 more games and kick them out of first for the division there. But those are your 5 playoff teams in the NL for this point. But the exciting story is the AL. Tampa has clinched the AL East. Houston has clinched the AL West. The White Sox have clinched the AL Central, which we've known for a while. But the wild card, the Yankees are currently in the first wild card spot. They are 2 games up on everyone else, but there is a 2-way tie right now for the second seed of the AL wild card. Boston and Seattle are tied at 89 and 70.
Woo.
Yes. And then we have the Toronto Blue Jays just 1 game back of that final spot. So realistically, I guess there could be a possibility where all 4 teams tie, which then we would have tiebreaker scenarios, which I have those pulled up. So there's a scenario for if 2 teams tie for the division. There's a scenario for if 2 teams tie for the best record in the wild card. There's a scenario for if 2 teams tie for the second wild card. There's a scenario for if 3 teams tie for the 2 wild card spots. And then there's also a scenario if 3 teams tie for 1 wild card spot, followed by another one if 4 teams tie for 1 spot and if 4 teams tie for 2 spots. Now, I'm not going to read through all those because technically there's still, 3 games left in the season to play for most of these teams. But hell yeah, Seattle Mariners coming in, just causing chaos and wrecking shit. I mean, they are messing up everyone's plans. I love that team just because I like Scott Service, and they are just doing it on a hope and a prayer at this point. And it's so cool on Twitter to see all the fans get so excited, and they're tweeting out every time, someone gets a game-winning hit, they tweet out their broadcaster's call from home, and it's like really exciting. They're getting all into it. So good for them. They haven't had a playoff team in 20 years, which is insane. I couldn't even drive a car 20 years ago.
Wow.
So good on them. Good luck, Mariners. That's who I'm pulling for. And then if not, I guess the Blue Jays would be the second team.
Jay Hahn's Blue Jays.
Yeah,
give them a little bit of love right there, hanging
they
tough.
They are hanging on. I know I was watching the Yankees and Blue Jays games were on ESPN this week, so I watched a couple, and we'll see what happens.
And everyone else is eliminated from that wild card contention. Is that right? Or is there still another?
I'm glad you brought that up. The only team that hasn't been eliminated yet is the Oakland A's.
Oakland A's, yeah.
They are now. Oh, wait a minute. No, I take that back. They have been eliminated.
They have been eliminated. Okay, I know.
They're 4 games back.
Close.
But they're eliminated. So it's just Toronto they have 3 games to go before they're eliminated, but they're a game back. So we shall see.
Wow.
It's always nice having a tight race.
It is. It makes it so much more exciting. So,
and then the fact that it's 1 game, it's like make or break. It's like, oh man, it's really all cards on the table there.
Realistically, any team can win 1 game if they have to. Right?
Yeah.
There's always a chance. So good luck to them. I think next week we'll have to do some matchups. Because obviously with that many ties, who the hell knows? That could change a lot of the matchups. But Vinnie, do you want to talk about the team that won 17 straight and They recently lost, so they are now 17-1 in their last 18. But
it looks like Call of Duty Black Ops. The
name has been redacted on
like
our
the
Google Doc.
JFK assassination file.
The Zapruder film.
So the Zapruder film.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, there it goes. Blacked out.
Fair enough.
There's no record.
We don't need to talk about that at all.
No,
it's a certain team from St. Louis. That's all we'll say.
That's all we're going to say.
It's like Baltimore. Yeah, it's the Blues. Yeah. It's the Rams. They moved back. All right. The other 2 stories, the last story for around the MLB that I found, and I know they were talking about this on the radio. Devin Williams, who is a relief pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, apparently told reporters on Wednesday that he was celebrating the team's clinch of the NL Central on Sunday, had a few drinks, for some reason got frustrated and upset and punched a wall and has now broken his hand. Wow. Okay. Like, what a dumbass.
Unacceptable. Yeah. I'm not saying this as a Brewers fan and everything. I don't give 2 shits. I mean, I like their logo. That's about it. But come on, you're going to the postseason. You're drinking and you're punching walls. What the hell's the matter with you? Yeah. If this is a guy like that on my team, I'd be so freaking pissed right now. What a dumbass. This guy's a professional baseball player. A child.
I still don't understand. His exact quote was, "I had a few drinks on my way home. I was frustrated, upset, and punched a wall." What? You just clinched a division spot. What are you upset and frustrated with?
Girlfriend,
In terms maybe it's outside of baseball, which if that's the case,
I'm assuming it's got to be outside of baseball. But again, why even admit it? Why not just pull the old Carlos Boozer? Oh, I tripped over a bag that was in my house and fell down and broke my hand. That people will be like, oh, he was probably drinking and tripped over the bag, but you don't know.
Or like Sammy Sosa being out for sneezing too hard at one time.
But even you're intentionally I know it's your dominant hand, but your pitching hand.
Yeah, why would you
taught to keep that tucked away? You know, when you're not, you're a Major League Baseball player. That thing is tucked away when you're not using it. So
put some oven mitts on it, like George.
Seriously,
it's the hand model.
And just hearing that. You know, just in general, just from like a baseball side, I don't know what's going on with his personal life. I don't give a shit. All I know is that team that probably, because I'm assuming this guy's gonna, he's part of the. I don't know him too well, but it sounds like he's part of the team.
Well, neither did I. And then I was looking up here on this article. It says he's the reigning NL Rookie of the Year and the reliever of the year, and earned Cy Young Award votes last season. He pitched. He had a 2.50 ERA, 87 strikeouts, 28 walks, and 54 innings. So he is like a go-to.
So he's a guy. He's a big defense. I didn't even know that.
Team. I mean, thankfully, they're going to get more than one game because they're the division leader. Yes. But it's like, why? I don't know.
But that's part of the powerhouse.
He's probably done for the season.
I gotta think, right? I mean,
he's got surgery on his hand, right? He's only on a 10-day DL, but I'm sure he's just going to.
Oh yeah, I can't see a scenario where he does. I mean, I don't know the severity of it, but it said broken hand, so
yeah.
I mean that takes a while to rehab, even with surgery. So
I saw that and I'm like, I don't get that at all.
That's absolute trash right there.
So
that's upsetting.
But
speaking of trash, right?
Yeah. Well, the city of Milwaukee. No,
what a perfect segue.
So you guys. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me start the clock here. I was wondering where the hell you guys are going with that. I forgot. Hold on. Let me start the clock.
It's probably good that you did forget about it. We should have passed it.
We should have just ignored it. Yeah.
We may need more than 1 minute for our Bears 1 minute review, but if you saw the Bears and Browns game last Sunday, oh boy. Hot garbage is what we would refer to that one. I don't know who wants to start. Anything you'd like to say? I know it's kind of been an echo chamber here in Chicago with everybody being pissed off, but
well, let me go quick because because what's said already is it's just, I mean, I'm just going to say a lot of the same stuff. I mean, it's just absolutely, it's just a disgrace.
So bad.
Matt Nagy is a disgrace. And I'll rag on the people on Twitter a little bit when I was looking at it before the spoilers for no time. I mean, just the defense for Nagy, and then people realize, he might be bad at his job too. I was like, he's been bad at his job
the whole time.
So don't for that coach of the year bullshit is bullshit. So plain and simple. I mean, this is a guy. It was clearly said there was no proper game plan for that. He was like recycling like crap he had written up for Mitch, his first year or something. I mean, he's like, well, they had a week to game plan with him. Like, bullshit. They had time to game plan for him since they drafted the guy. How are you already not getting ready as soon as you make the damn pick? So there was nothing on the table. Matt Nagy is only going to do this kid more harm.
He's going to harm him.
Good. Yeah. In fact, you got to keep this. I mean, you can't have him because he's your head coach. The only thing you can do, the only solution, and we've been saying all this, is you can give a play calling. That's like the only thing that is like feasible right now because the Bears don't fire coaches midway,
which is also ridiculous.
So you can't really rely on that right now. If it happens, I wouldn't know what to think. But like, is that for real? Or are they kidding? But it's just, I mean, there's just nothing good that came. I was like, well, he should do good against Detroit. I'm like, everyone does good against Detroit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not expecting much.
I almost hope
I don't know if this is a bounce back. And he did look like a rookie out there. He did. He had 300-pound guys in his face the whole time. So it's hard to have a true evaluation, when that's happening. But, obviously he didn't look great, but I mean, no one put him in a real good spot, and that O line is just
he could have ended up in a body bag with the way the Browns were coming at him.
It's just a travesty.
Yep.
Vinny, you got any different comments there?
No. I mean, Justin Fields already did get hurt. He's got he did. Got a little wrap on his throwing hand. Yep.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, I said most of it last week, and it's, Matt Nagy is just coming out and just being a complete boob this week with all of his press conferences. And we had really good internal discussions, but I'm not going to tell you who's calling the plays this week. Why? So
because he doesn't know who's calling the plays this week.
Well, no. Well, I think it's just he's going to do it so if and when they do well, he can say, "Well, it was me that was calling the plays." See, I know what I'm doing. And then if it was bad, I'm not going to discuss who's calling the plays because then he can leave that shroud of mystery there. And it's funny. It finally took until Matt Nagy hiding that and not being honest with the media for Hub Arkish to actually start turning on him.
I did not see that coming. But like, I almost would feel better.
It's another Chicago boob for those guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's not necessarily the podcast stance. That's just my stance. I don't want to speak for you two guys. But.
Great. Now we got to cancel his interview we had with him scheduled.
Yeah.
No, I just don't have to be. You guys can do it without me.
No, like
unless you let me call him a boob.
This is going to sound horrible, but it's like I almost hope the Lions come in and just kick the shit out of the Bears because if they
sound horrible.
No, because if the Bears win, my biggest fear is I feel like when it comes to football, Chicago is such a week-to-week basis of how they feel, and if they come in and they play well against the Lions, which isn't a test of anything because the Lions are garbage too. But like everything's going to try and be swept under the rug and be like, oh, we're good. We had a bad game that game against Cleveland.
Exactly. Yeah,
and that's not the case. They are the team is Matt Nagy. I almost felt like he was sabotaging Justin Fields so he could be like, see, I told you I wanted Andy Dalton to play. You know what I mean? Like, how do you I never played football. I've only watched and played a shit ton of Madden and NCAA college football. But like, even I know, like, okay, you don't have enough time. So why are you running these stupid running plays where no one's moving? And it's just like, take the ball and then hand it to not even a handoff in motion. It was just like in the shotgun, like, okay, here's the ball. Like no one's moving. It's like, what? And you don't have tight ends blocking. You don't have anybody blocking. Like, what are you doing? You're trying to get this guy killed, but
yep.
I don't know. Yep. That's I mean, everything's been said about it, but
you know what irks me too. And it's just kind of like typical Bears. Because I was watching, I think it was a Sunday night game, the 49ers and Packers. And then you saw Sean McVay, week one. And, I'm kind of getting the sick of the term, offensive geniuses or something.
I don't
like
want to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
I was looking at it as like, here are the younger guys who are kind of more offensive innovators. I think that's just kind of more creative innovator guys instead of like geniuses.
Yeah.
And that's what the Bears tried to go for, and they got the dud out of the group.
Yeah, like that's
like typical episode. Bears,
Yep.
Yeah.
You got the dud.
You got
stand up for yourself, Poindexter. Yeah. If I see Matt Nagy with his little laminated play card that says "Be you," it's like, stop being you. It does not work. Yeah. Be anyone but you when it comes to calling plays. Please.
Are we sure it's a play call? Play calls, or is it Denny's menu?
It looks. I mean, it's just got to be the grand.
All right, grand slam, weak side,
slam,
on 3, on 1. Yeah,
I mean, there were bowel movements in that stadium that got more yards than the Bears did. So it's
Cleveland. They're actually good. It's so sad for us.
And you're taking nothing away from Cleveland because they were Myles Garrett. You kidding me? You left him unguarded on several, plays without, moving the pocket around. So good call on that. But he's just a monster out there. So they played well, and it's just kind of like, give it to him. Give it to him, Cleveland. So it's just like, it's the same. It's the same. We're in that same sticky situation where we were at the end of the season, where damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
The life of being a Bears fan.
It's an illustrious past history of Nagy and John Fox and Dr. Death, Mark Trestman.
Yep.
And I mean, Lovey, say what you will about Lovey, but at least he was a decent coach for the most part. I mean, I feel like towards the end of his tenure, it got a little tenuous with the media and, kind of, not necessarily having the best ideas in terms of the offensive stuff, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd take him any day over the last 3 guys they had. So
we're at the point right now where Dr. Death is coming back in the conversation. And we're like, hey, it's like, do we have a new Dr. Death or something like that?
We do.
Did Trestman call the plays when he was head coach?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
I believe he did. Yeah.
The problem was he had Mel Tucker calling the defense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is very true.
And yet he had Phil Emery as GM, who was probably just as bad as Ryan Pace is right now. So,
that is a collapse right there.
The problem is you can't get rid of one and fix it. They have to get rid of both on top of probably Ted Phillips, which he has clawed his way into.
He's not supposed to have anything to do with football operations anymore.
He's like an untouchable now. Almost. There
has
been.
He's probably working on the move to Arlington.
He is so far. He is so far up. George,
I wish that's all he would work on too.
Right?
Like, that's fine. If he's working on Arlington, that is
great.
Good.
Great.
That is what is supposed to happen. And unfortunately, we just bringing in the baseball, or not baseball, football idiots. And it's just going nowhere.
It's a clown show. All right. Well, let's talk about something better and more fun. We are going to kick off our whatever section. We are doing the office draft. Vinny, this was your idea. Would you like to explain kind of the rules and parameters before we get started?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to draft our own, I guess, Scranton branch with one corporate employee. So what it is we have, let's see here, how many categories? We have 6 categories. We have a corporate position, office manager. We'll pick one office manager, 2 salespeople, 1 accounting person, 1 warehouse person, 2 flex people, which includes HR, quality assurance, supplier relations, office admin, temp position as well, and then 1 receptionist. So
nice.
We will make up our own office, and we also are taking people. So someone like Dwight Schrute, who was office manager and in sales, he can only be picked for 1 position, but he could be picked for either position. So, he kind
of has that dual eligibility there. But
so there's a lot of characters that have that.
And once they're picked, so like someone like Dwight, if we were to pick him in sales, he is off the board for office manager.
The name's gone. Which is why I think that's why I kind of color coded the
I saw
the board a little bit. So if Dwight goes, and we can just kind of look for that color, because a lot of the text can kind of get mixed in right there. So we just want to make sure we keep.
And I do have on the draft board, I have our 3 names broken down by color, so I can keep track while we're drafting as well. But we have to figure out who's going to get what draft position. So do you guys want me to pull up? I have a random name picker, or did you guys have another one you wanted to use?
Do you want to use the wheel?
Yeah, go ahead. Vinny, you got the wheel pulled up?
No, I don't.
All right, hold on. I got it.
So if your name's selected, you get to choose your pick, or we just go in order of one?
Might as well.
We could do that.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I got one pulled up. All right, our first pick is... Oh, man. The winner is Vinny. Vinny is the number 1 pick.
You get the number 1.
So, Vinny, do you want the first pick, I'm guessing?
Yes.
All right. Now it's down to, hold on, let me get rid of all these pop-up and ads that just popped up on my screen. All right. Between me and Greg, who's going to go number 2 or number 3? Come on. It is me. All right. I'm going to go number 2. I'll stay in the middle, and then Greg will get the wraparound. All right. So,
no bite cracky.
No, I missed that. Sorry.
All right, Vinny. See, okay, now before we start, are you guys going for like the best office that would be the most comedic, the best office that would get the most work done? Like, what is your game plan? Or are you not sharing your game plan for fear of somebody?
I'm not sharing my game plan.
Wow. All right, Vinny.
I have my war room set up.
Vinny is taking this very seriously, Greg.
I am.
I'll be honest.
Let's see what his first pick is.
All right,
that might be telling. So.
It's the
obvious one, but
it is the obvious one. He's the number 1. It's like picking LeBron, although I hate saying that. It is Michael Gary the Machine Scott as office manager. Number 1
is
the most obvious choice. he's the best character in the show.
He is.
The show went down without him.
I refused to watch the show after he leaves. So, I mean, I did the first go around when it was on TV, but now when it's on syndication or reruns, it's like, oh, past season 7. Nope, I'm good. Never mind. Forget it. So
there you go.
A good pick. Yeah. I mean, I feel like even as a boss, you wouldn't get any work done, but I think he deflects the problems that come from corporate, and you can pretty much do whatever you want too, right?
He ran the most profitable branch.
He did
in history. So does he not get the best out of people?
Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he does.
Although he doesn't know how he does it. He just keeps talking, and then hopefully he'll find what he's talking about along the way.
Now I'm just picturing that episode where he's having like lasagna or pasta with David Wallace in the conference room or whatever.
Stares out the window.
Yes. Sometimes I start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going to end. All right. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me lock. Okay. We got office manager for Vinnie. Oh man, this is, all right. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go sales, and I'm going to go my favorite character, old reliable Jim Halpert. Just a reliable guy, can step up when you need to. I don't think he was necessarily good as a office manager per se, but as a sales, he got the job done. Decent guy, nice guy, friendly guy, reliable, good man, likes his pranks. I'm going to go with Jim Halpert for that one. So there we go.
Solid pick.
Good pick.
All right, Greg, what about you?
With the third overall pick, I am going in the sales department. I am taking the salesman of the month or whatever award he got right there. I'm going Dwight Schrute.
All right.
My pick.
I would say probably the second best character overall, wouldn't you?
I would agree with that. So definitely one of the most referenced characters, and just probably one of the best overall performances by Rainn Wilson. And you love Dwight, you hate Dwight, you feel for him. He's everything. He's your friend one episode, is your enemy the other.
Yep.
And everything is all perfect and comedic, and it just works perfectly.
That is, as much as I hate the last few seasons, I really like how, like, even at his wedding at the end of the series, like, you can see like he does value Jim's thoughts and his opinion, and obviously there is like a weird friendship there with Pam too, that like he kind of goes to Pam occasionally for support and for help, and as weird of a guy as he is, he does have a decent deep down dark place where he's a decent human being. So
he had the best character arc, I think, out of even Mike.
Yeah.
I think he had better one than Michael, just because of where he started, just being a complete jerk pretty much to everybody in the office, and then pretty much loving everybody in the office.
Being a pretty wholesome character. From just a complete loon. So.
Going from leaving Phyllis in the bad part of town, to earn to burn more calories. Yeah.
Yep.
We are what? Never mind. All right. Greg, you have the turnaround here. What's your next pick?
I am going. I don't know how you guys view this, but I am going with a flex right here, and I am taking my guy Creed.
Oh man,
good pick.
Yep.
Good
can't have it without Creed Bratton. Just a fictionalized version of himself, and just it's almost like it was so crazy to hear that all of his stuff. I mean, it all seems improvised, but that was all written and everything. It's just even the scene. It's the smallest scene just cracks me up for whatever reason. It's when Michael is, lost, and he's got no phone, no anything. And, everyone's looking for him. Holly's looking for him, Dwight. And then, he has to leave. He gets banned from the Chinese restaurant, and his picture goes up on the wall. He leaves, and then it zooms over the band wall. And there you see Creed's picture right there. Yep. If that scene just doesn't sum it up for you, it's just a small, mundane scene. And it just makes me laugh every time, because it's just so fitting that is Creed, just such a mystery. So,
there's so many good, like, little one-offs, like the murder in Savannah episode when he shows up late and he's like, there's been a murder, and he goes, all right, let me just settle in, I'll be right back, and he just runs to his car and takes off. Or like his Halloween costume, he comes covered in blood, and he's like, Halloween, Halloween, yeah, so
Yeah.
or his quote about cults. He's like, you have a lot of more fun as a follower, but you make more money as a leader. Is that how
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
yep.
yeah.
If that's flashing, then lock me up.
Yes.
I love how he gets everybody's names wrong. Darnell,
Yes.
Mary Beth.
Yes.
I know. I like the episode. I think when is that Michael is. Where is he at? Is he at the fund or the job fair? I think maybe. And he calls Angela, or he says, "Pumpkin, are you out in? We're all gonna leave." And he calls her, and he could just yell at her across
Pumpkin's
the
out.
Let's go, gang. They all leave.
Oh, God, he's such a strange dude. God, I love that character. I love the episode where his New Year's resolution was to do a cartwheel, and Aaron does a cartwheel in front of him, and he just goes
swears
nuts.
at her.
He's like, screw you.
Yeah.
Or he's like, if they find out I have asthma, I can't scuba. And if I can't scuba, what's this all about? I just used to think of my dad as a scuba diver when that would pop up. So, all right. I'm gonna go off the board here a little bit, but I feel like I need to get a good corporate position because I don't like most of the people from corporate. And I'm gonna go with David Wallace for corporate. I really like David Wallace as a character. I feel like for him putting up with all Michael's bullshit. I mean, the fact that Michael told a branch they were getting closed at the company picnic and did not fire him on the spot.
Yep.
In some places, it's almost scary.
Yeah.
How Andy Buckley plays a CFO.
Yes.
Like so realistically, that is exactly the kind. I know he's a former like stockbroker turned actor and everything, so he's had his kind of fair share of all that, but it's just his performance in every episode is just even when he's canned and everything from Dunder Mifflin, and he's got suck it. That is all fantastic.
Michael gets scared of him that episode.
Like,
I don't know what happened to David Wallace, but that is not him.
That weirdo living in his house.
That's how I felt watching it too. I'm like, that's how we was like, that's not David Wallace.
That's not David Wallace. But like, there's so many good like the dinner party episode where he asked Jim to come out and play basketball. Like there's these little things. It's like, all right, yes, he's a CFO, or CFO, probably making close to $1 million. I mean, high corporate paying job, but like there's these little in betweens where it's like, oh, he's kind of down to earth, a little bit more normal than you might expect some corporate bigwig to be. So that is my corporate pick, David Wallace. All right, Vinny.
Good call.
Boy, this is tough.
It's getting tough. Yeah.
Dwight was my salesman I was going to take. Still a lot of good salesmen on the board. I am going to go with Daryl Philbin as my warehouse guy.
Oh, good pick.
I figured if I have Michael as the office manager, you got to have Daryl in the warehouse.
Yep.
Keep him in line. I still love the episode where they go down and Michael's got the little box of paper on the forklift and knocks over the entire row. Oh, we'll get somebody to clean it up. We gotta clean that up.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, he's another character. I loved how his character kind of changed over time. Like the last couple seasons, I didn't really buy that character anymore. Like when he was leaving to go do the sports stuff, and he was like adamant that he wanted to leave and not make a big deal and didn't want anybody to know where he was going. I'm like, that seems out of character because he seemed like more of a down to earth guy. But yeah, any scenes where the office staff goes down into the warehouse is just gold. Like the what's it called? The thing that smashes everything. What's that thing called? The
baler.
The baler.
I barely know her.
Yes.
You cannot use this baler, Michael. Well, in an emergency, no, there'd be no emergency where you need to use the baler. Yeah. So no,
I can and I have.
Yeah.
That's a very good pick. Very good pick.
Yeah, that was solid.
All right. Vinny, is that you again now?
Coming around. I am going to I'm gonna go with a flex position here.
Okay.
And take Meredith Palmer, supplier relations.
Awesome.
Man.
I just love Meredith's character. It's great. I think the Diwali or not Diwali, but the the Middle Eastern Christmas episode. I can't think of what they.
Yeah, the Moroccan Christmas.
That's it. Yeah, where he takes her.
Yeah.
I have a deposit, one trunk. Not only that, but she does get steak coupons and discount on their supplies with Bruce.
That's that's right.
That HR overlooks. That was so great. And so, like, as far as I can see, there's a gray area.
Yeah. I'm just doing it for the steaks.
Yeah. Michael has a great line in that too. Where he's like, "Try to help you stupid bag."
Doesn't he say he's gonna grant like what is he? Not double jeopardy, but he says like
immunity.
Immunity, yeah. He's like everyone has immunity. You can say whatever you want. That's not how that works.
Yeah, right. She just said it during the immunity part. So.
Yeah. Oh man! All right, this is getting tough.
Really quick with Meredith. Getting back to the Moroccan Christmas episode, I always kind of envision Erica and Justin in the car a little bit, just for that one particular scene when they're driving and they're listening to music, looking for the bar, and then Meredith goes, "All right, let's turn this Christmas crap off."
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I think Erica and Justin might have that conversation driving in the car at one point.
Considering the Christmas music's going to start like a month from tomorrow, yeah. See, the goal is I need to get this future child of ours that's coming in 2 weeks hooked on Christmas early so that she can't like persuade them to Halloween. Like
Halloween.
If I do nothing with the rest of my life, it's to make sure this kid likes Christmas more than Halloween.
It's big ask, Justin. Big ask.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's gonna put in his all for it. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with something. All right. Oh man, this is tough. There's so many positions that there's like office manager. I don't like any of those characters, so I don't know what I'm going to do for office manager. I might have to hold off on that one, but
take it. Well, no, you do your thing.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go accounting. I'm going to go Oscar Martinez.
Oh man, what's my next one?
In terms of legitimate people who I'd want doing my accountant work, he is the only one I want doing my accountant work out of those three. So. I love that character. There's so many good episodes with Oscar. I love
dancing's phenomenal.
His dancing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's hit the microphone there. His dancing's phenomenal. Just the rapport he has with Kevin. All the jokes they have when Angela's sitting there and they try to upset her and mess with her, and I will never forget the scene where she goes home to yell at the cats and she leaves the nanny cam on.
Yeah.
And Oscar's sitting there watching and he's watching her she's licking the cats.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. She's talking to him and hisses.
Yeah. Hissing. Yeah. So, way to go, Oscar. Way to go, Oscar. Way to go, warehouse guy. Yeah.
He's such a he's what is like the only grounded, character.
Yeah, only grounded
besides maybe Jim and Pam.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they go away, it was at the mob episode when Michael thinks he's being given a shakedown.
Gabagool.
Right. Yeah. I think he would you say he'd be the most professional out of all of them as far as all the workers and everything,
or even like the episode where they go up to Canada and Andy gets drunk and they call Angela and he's talking to Oscar the next morning and he's like, I can't believe you called her. Wait, what? That wasn't a dream. Yeah. So that is my next pick. All right, Greg, take it away.
Really, last thing on Oscar, I love it when Michael wants to start Michael Scott Paper Company, and he just is explaining to Michael all the risk, and it all sounds like pretty scary and everything. Can you afford to take a salary without 3 years, Michael? And you can tell this is all just going way over him. But that's also his character right there.
The surplus episode where he's like, explain to me when I'm 5.
Yes,
you have a lemonade stand, and Mom and Daddy give you $5. But you only use $4 or 6 and 5. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So, all right.
Next year I'll be 6.
Yes. Yeah. All right, Greg. What do you got?
Oh, I'm on the board. Okay, I think I'll take my receptionist. I'll take Pam.
All right.
Because
solid pick.
She is the best, and her greatest moments. on the show, as kind of bad as this out were, her and Jim, her working reception, Jim across the room, and all their pranks and everything, and just how, that's when she was in the most control of the office, I think, before she moved to the sales department and just kind of stunk it up over there. But
I agree.
But just one of my favorite. I mean, I love them all, but she is just kind of like, because she's got kind of like her own story arc too, and she's probably got she might have come the farthest.
Yes.
She might have grown the most out of all the characters.
Yeah.
So I just can't leave her off the board right there. So
very
nice.
Good pick. Very
good pick. So that is that. Let me see here. Oh God, where am I going to go with this one?
It's getting tough already.
Okay, so I know a guy. I want to take. I think I can get him later, though. We'll see. So I'm going. Sorry, guys. I know this is taking forever.
No, it's.
I'm gonna take my second sales guy, and I'm gonna take Andy Bernard.
Oh,
God.
Wow. I guess Andy Bernard, the salesman, was probably the best version of Andy Bernard.
I don't want him as the office manager for sure, because I hated.
I
absolutely hated
worst character
that story arc right there. So hopefully I make that a little bit easier for you, Justin. But
a little bit. Not much.
The whole office manager thing, totally trash. I mean, was he a good salesman? Probably not, but
he was bad. Him and Pam had to go out. Remember that?
They had to go out. But as far as just a character, alone, incredible, hilarious. I mean, just how he started off as just the biggest pain in the ass in the office. And then, doing his, pretending to catch Jim, he's got tuna on the reel, stuff like that. Hey, big tuna, and punching holes in the drywall.
Speaking of punching your hand in the wall.
There you go. And then, his story, kind of takes a turn a little bit too with all the Angela stuff. You become more sympathetic towards him. And then, he's just a guy who has his hilarious moments. And I think it's I think he's a great character for much of the series, even before, when he was at when Jim worked at Stanford. Yes, I wanted to say
Stanford, Connecticut.
I mean, even that, just that pain in the ass, cross me and I will destroy you. That sort of thing. It's just like, oh my God, just a little dweeb you want to punch in the face. But
oh God,
it works. And I anytime he's on screen, I just kind of, you can't help but laugh. So I will take him for my second sales guy.
Excellent.
Quite the sales department you got there with Dwight and Andy.
That's a killer two combo. Yeah, for sure. All right. I think I'm gonna go up and grab my flex. And I loved this character. I thought they did a great job with her. I'm going to go HR. I'm going to go Holly Flax for my flex here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, maybe a little too early.
But, I think it's a reach on that one.
You think so? A little bit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought
she's off the board. He can't change his mind.
Her and Michael are just perfect. I love that combination. Even when she came back the second time, all the weird episodes of, her giving her boyfriend the ultimatum of getting engaged. And then Michael's doing this whole thing about, making videos of himself talking to himself if she's engaged or not engaged. And
that was great.
And
when she shows Kevin her ring finger. Right back at you, bitch.
So even like the company picnic episode, which is so weird, we haven't found our idea yet. No, we haven't. I don't know. I love that character. Even the episode where he gets engaged to her I thought was such a cool episode. The way they tied everything in with, just all the things. And if you want an episode that is just absolutely cringeworthy, is when they break up and they drive. They drive back to where she's going to live up in, is it Connecticut? I think Stanford. I can't remember where it was, but
no, it was, oh gosh, I can't think of it now.
Yeah,
but
she was relocated because
where
what's
was
his name
it?
found out they were dating.
Yeah.
I don't remember what branch it was, but not Stanford. Nashua. Was it Nashua?
Yeah, it's Nashua.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
what.
And just then when they're driving back, and I remember Daryl and Michael, and Daryl's like, "You ever play the blues?" And he's like, "Nah." And Michael's like this close to crying his eyes out.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is that little early pick. Probably went a little too early, but if it was that or Toby, oh God, nobody wants Toby. So all right, take it away.
Vinny's next pick is.
With my next pick, I pick. Okay, so let's see here. I do not have a salesperson, so I'm gonna pick my number 2 ranked salesman, Mr. Stanley Hudson.
Oh,
There you go.
all right.
Love Stanley, great character. Just love the fact that he's the Did I Stutter episode, and then doesn't want to confront him, and Toby's in there. Well, Michael, when my daughter doesn't want to deal with a bully, she acts like she's sick.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We were playing. What dog? I love Stanley. And then Florida Stanley, although the Florida episodes were kind of down, I love Florida Stanley. That was probably one of my favorites.
The white suit, the pink
the
dresser.
white suit. Yeah. He just went crazy down there.
Yes, he did. Yeah. The episode where Michael accidentally lets slip to his wife.
What up, Cynthia?
Oh, hold on 1 second, Cynthia. And then I think Jim just disconnects the phone on him. Yeah.
You can't do this. No, I can. It botches it right from the beginning.
Immediately. Yep. So great. That's a good pick. And I mean, he is a good salesman too, which is just, he flies under the radar, does his job, wants it to be over with so he can go home. And I think I think most people can relate to that. So
I love how he sabotages Ryan to when he takes him on the sales call in that early episode when he yells at him.
Yeah.
Stanley yelled at me today. That was the most terrifying thing ever.
Yeah, that's when his daughter was talking. Talking to him.
Did you lose your mind? Because I'll help you find it.
Yeah. Oh, if you lost your damn mind, because I help you find it. Jesus walked through that door. He can't help you.
I love that.
Oh, he's such a good character. All right, Vinny, you got another one for the turn, right?
Yes, I do. This one's really tough. I don't know where to go on this one. I think I'm gonna have to go accounting and lock that down. I'm gonna take Angela Martin as my accountant.
Oh man, poor Greg.
She's solid at her work.
Thought about it. Yep.
Yeah, solid at her work. She's a pretty funny character. I mean, she's more like cynical than most other ones, but she has her moments of being pretty funny. So
I feel like her character as a human being improved too.
Yeah,
kind of like Dwight. Kind of like
when they were together.
Yeah. So no, that's a good pick.
Her relationship with the senator, and then she's gonna have Oscar kneecapped by Dwight's friend. What was his name? Oh, I can't think of it now.
Oh, it was the one from the company picnic episode, right?
Trevor.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
No, the guy at the company pickle was
that was Dwight's friend.
Walt or what was his? I can't think of his name.
The sunscreen, and there's too much.
Yeah, and he went fishing with hand grenades or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Okay, what are we gonna do here? I think I'm gonna take another salesman. Who are we gonna take here? All right. I think in terms of just a decent, take Karen Filippelli.
Oh,
there you go.
The Jim Karen combo.
There you go.
And I don't know if you guys have seen on Twitter and on Facebook, there's been like a meme going around that everyone wants Pam to get Jim and blah blah blah, but is really in that whole situation, is Pam the bad guy because she breaks up their relationship, and Karen really isn't a bad person, just a normal human being. Do you think maybe she gets a bad look or a bad she gets slighted a little? Yeah, bad rap.
Oh, abs without question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, without question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I think she did have the better Christmas party too.
She did.
Hosted that one. Yeah.
She did. The committee to plan parties, I believe, right? Was that it? Yes. So I'm gonna go Jim Halpert and Karen Filippelli combo there for the sales team I got going on there. All right.
Nice.
All right, Craig.
Oh, well, you guys have your accounts, right? So I can
Yes.
hold off on that. What else do I need?
You can hold off on that.
Yeah. Oh, I still need an office manager, don't I?
Oh, wait a minute. Now I do have a question. So if somebody picks Kevin for one of these other positions that he's he's flexed for, he comes off the board for accounting then too, correct? Okay.
Yes, he does.
I just want to make sure. All right.
No, you're gonna take Kevin at
No,
else?
I just want to make sure.
I'll take Hannah if I have to, but let's see here. Oh gosh. Do I go office manager here and go? No, I'm gonna go corporate, and I'm gonna take Jan.
Ooh. All right.
Jan Levinson, I presume.
Jan Levinson Gould.
No Gould.
No Gould.
No Gould.
Dad. I love that. In a meeting, is Gould dead? Like he doesn't know. And it's not the time to be asking that.
No, not at all.
I don't think it's even arguable. She is the most self-destructive, tight,
yes.
ready to just explode character, just a big mess internally, mentally, and everything, just crazy. And I think it's just played, even when Melora Hardin plays her, as her as a professional, and then afterwards and everything, where she's just hit rock bottom. It's just it's just so perfect. And she was maybe okay at her job at the very early on, but then that just all kind of collapsed very quickly, as David Wallace so pointed out when she is terminated from Dunder Mifflin in her role. But just for the self-destructive nature, and just her relationship with Michael is some of the most priceless television. In particular, just I always go back to the negotiation where she's in salary disputes with Michael in that whole meeting, and she's trying to help him off the record and everything, and he's not getting
not getting it.
So it's, and that look she does back like that just says it all. Just a moment of acting where you're like, yep, I totally buy her character. I always have from the very start.
And I love the episode. That harassment episode, and then they cut to Toby, and he's like, I'm just documenting for the inevitable sexual harassment suit where the plaintiff is complaining that someone, I can't remember how he words it, but he's
withholding sexual intercourse from a female superior.
That's it. Yeah. And then she passes around his diary and stuff like that. So. Oh man. All right. Greg, I'm sorry, I'm jumping in front of you. Greg, you get one more.
Get one more. All right, I'm gonna take this
is tough.
It's getting
tough.
All right, Vinny, I know you have your warehouse guy. Justin, I don't know where you're at right there, but I think I'm going to take mine, and I'm going to go Lonnie.
Oh, Lonnie, sea monster. Yeah.
Can't help it. The moment of fame he had, during the safety training episode.
Yes.
When he's putting Kelly in her place, putting Ryan in his place, and you got fat butt disease, Michael. That's fat butt disease.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, Michael, pay attention. So it's just a perfect character. Just telling off Kelly like that is just that brief moment of fame, just hilarious. You'll remember him forever. So.
I love the. Oh God! When Ryan's like, "You insulted the man. Apologize.
Man, please apologize."
Yep.
Dude, please tell your girl to shut up.
Right? So. He was also he made fun of Michael when they went down in the warehouse and Michael had his shirt unbuttoned.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, was it called Hasselhoff? Yeah. It's like, all right, we're guys. We give it to each other. We give it. Yeah. All right. Back to me. Gosh, I don't know. Ooh. All right. I think I'm. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take a leap here. I'm going off the board. For my receptionist, I'm going with arguably probably one of my favorite characters, and that is Kevin Malone as receptionist.
Oh, Oh man,
that is going to be my receptionist.
Deal.
He's awful on the phones though.
He is. But still, I can say I have Kevin working in my office. I'm going to get that chili at least once a year now.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I'd
That's
pick
the
him.
only reason, you know.
You definitely don't want him as an accountant because
no.
A mistake plus 11 gets you home by 11 or 7. He was home by 4:45.
Isn't he the one when Martin Nash is there and he's explaining what insider trading is? Kevin's like,
yes.
I asked Martin to explain it to me like 5 times, and what he got arrested for, I do here on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So Kevin Malone, I love him as a character. Even that episode, the one episode where he is the receptionist and he's like, what does he say? Andy, come get the phone. Yeah. And Jim's like, nope, you got this, Kev. We're gonna do we're gonna transfer it to his phone. So
he's running all around the office trying to get it. Or very important to us. Hold on.
Or the episode where he decides he's gonna talk with less words. Kevin's why say 10 words when one do, or so all right. So Kevin Malone, that is my number one, or not number one. That's my receptionist. Go ahead, Vinny.
Yeah, I
kneecapped you.
You did. Yeah. I was gonna take him next. And not at that position. I was actually going to take him as a customer service rep because
that would have worked.
I would want an Australian guy answering the phone.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, and the way he does it too, it's so slow. Okay, so let's see. I do need a second salesman, although I can wait on that. I can wait on corporate. Man, I might as well jump on. The last flex position, and boy, this is a tough one, but I think I'm going to have to go with the office I have set up. I'm going to have to take Toby Flenderson.
Wow!
Oh, there it is.
All right.
Since I have Michael as office manager, I need somebody to keep him in place, and who better than Toby himself?
Good call.
The yin to Michael's yang. I do like Toby as a character. He always was dry, and
yes,
the awkwardness with Pam was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
when he touched her leg when they were all locked in, and then he's like, "I'm moving to Costa Rica. I'm gonna hop this fence and have a jog home."
Yes,
and he jumps the fence and actually jogs home.
Yep.
Love that.
Or even like the wedding episode when they interview him because they don't know where Jim and Pam have gone. He's like, well, I guess this is it for them. I wonder what Pam's going to do now. It's like, oh God,
and then
Toby.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely love that.
Good pick. Good pick.
Okay. I am going to take receptionist.
Okay. Ooh, tough call here.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have to go with the Rye guy, Ryan Howard, as my receptionist. Again, going with the Michael Scott connection.
Yes.
Michael, although Michael probably would be less productive because he'd just be staring at Ryan all day, which I think is still one of the funniest scenes. Oh, Jim keeps looking at me. It's awkward, but it's nothing like the way Mike's looking at, and he's like right up against the window. And as soon as Ryan looks at him, he's like looking away at something else.
I love the episode where Ryan is being the receptionist and he's talking to Jim when he comes back, and he's like, "Yeah, rode it all the way to the top." Came crashing out. He's like, but now I'm I did my community service. I gave back to my community, and Jim's like, your court ordered community service. Okay,
exactly.
Good pick. All right.
For a minute there, Vinny, I thought you were going to say Ronnie, and I would have been.
I was thinking about.
I would have loved it so much.
Rice or Ronnie,
but Rice or Ronnie.
I know.
She just plops herself down and
she's just
the nerve.
Can you show her where those colored Post-it notes are that I like so much?
I am kind of regretting it, although I did have her as my number 2 receptionist on my big board.
There you
go. But I went with Ryan since I got Michael. So
good.
There you go.
Good pick. All right, I'm back. Oh boy, do you guys have? All right, good. I can save that one then. All right, I'm gonna go. I don't really like the later episodes, but I do like this character. So for my flex, I'm gonna go with Pete Miller, old Plop,
nice.
old Plop himself.
Plop's a good pick.
So yeah, I mean, I liked that character. I kind of saw what they were doing with the whole. He was going to be the new Jim, and Aaron was going to be the new Pam, and I don't know. But as a character, I liked kind of the dynamic, and I liked the way that Andy tried to make his life miserable when he was dating Aaron.
That was good.
There was some good stuff. He hires his ex-girlfriend as a consultant, brings back Gabe as Aaron, for Aaron. But I liked that character. He was one of the probably few things about the later seasons I enjoyed. So Pete Miller is my second flex. So Greg, it's all you.
So we're kind of down to the wire here. I am also going later season here. And I think he's eligible for this position, although he may have retained it for less than 5 minutes. For my office manager, I am going Robert California.
Oh, no. Oh, man, you screwed me. That was my corporate guy.
No, you know what?
I love Robert California.
I know you love Robert California, and I was holding off. I think I can swing him. Obviously I chose Jan for corporate, and I'd say Robert California was more corporate, since he was literally walked in the office as office manager and walked right out.
But Joe's job.
Just a very, very strange character, but definitely had his extremely funny moments. Mainly in his monologues or his one-on-ones. Right
Halloween
there
one
to the camera.
was great.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Even why is Jim treating the magician poorly? Yeah. And there's something about an underdog that truly expires the unexceptional. So just words like that. Just his weird ways did come off hilarious. Whether you liked the episodes or didn't, he definitely had his moments on the show. So
James Spader's great as that role.
Yes,
had the list. Yeah. No one could figure out what the list meant. Where some of the people's names were on the left side and some were on the right side, and
that was a good one.
Yeah.
And there's a theory out there. I don't know if you guys watch Blacklist.
No,
where his character Red Reddington is like this KGB operative, supposedly, and he's like a wanted criminal turned, KGB operative, wanted criminal, and they tied that character into the office because he constantly is changing his name, and when he meets David Wallace, he says his name is like Bob Cosmakis or something like that.
That's right. Yeah.
And so when I read that theory, I was like, oh, that just makes that character even better. So I'm a big Robert California fan. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I respect that pick, Greg. I love it.
Thank you.
Good pick,
Thank
Greg.
you.
Good pick. All right. If I'm thinking, Greg, you have one more accounting pick and one more flex, right?
Yes. So I have two more picks. So I get the last. Do I get the last pick in the draft then? Or what is that? How?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct.
So I'm going to go. I'm not going to waste it on accountant right here. I'm going to go flex. And God bless this man that he gave us Prison Mike. I'm taking Martin Nash.
Nice.
Oh, good pick. Good pick.
Even that little thing he does to, the little black power thing he does to Stanley there.
Yeah.
And then Stanley gives the most priceless eye roll in the end, and he gets the all off. I think he's only in what, 2 episodes? Two or three. The merger, and then obviously Prison Mike, and then just how he's explaining his time for the time that he did, and how the office just gets all in a tizzy, and they love to mess with Michael, and how much prison would be than than working in the office. It's like, we had a flat screen TV in the break room, took college classes, arts classes.
Yeah,
my cell was a little bit bigger than
Michael's office.
Right. And then the whole Prison Mike monologue, obviously, priceless television.
Oh, that is so good.
But he's a character that's there and gone, and just for the moment that he had was hilarious. So I had to put him on the team. So
I think that's a good pick. That is a good pick.
And plus, you're going to get the discount for him being an ex-con.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Money back.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
That's a very good point.
Smart move.
Smart move. Yeah, smart move. Good job,
Very
Josh.
good point.
Yeah.
All right. I still don't know who to pick for an office manager because I don't like any of the remaining ones. So I'm going to punt on that. I'm going to take my warehouse pick. And I am going with one of my personal favorites, Hidetoshi Hasagawa,
Nice.
number one surgeon in Japan.
Yep.
I won't try and do an impression because I don't want to alienate any of our listeners, but
Yeah.
I do like his character. I like just the whole background about him being one of the best surgeons, and he says he messed up a surgery on a Yakuza boss and had to leave for the United States. But then at the end of one of his episodes, he's like, I didn't mess up. I wanted to kill him because he was a bad person.
Yeah.
So, and then
still a number one surgeon.
Still number one surgeon. And then Daryl's just got like his arm around him, just shaking his head. Yes. Like, I love this.
Like, this guy's the best.
He's the best. So seems like a really nice guy. I will definitely take it. I think they call him Toshi, don't they? Or maybe they just call him Hidetoshi. I don't remember, but I will definitely take him. Good guy. And that is going to be my warehouse pick. So Vinny, corporate. I think that is all you got left, right? No,
corporate and sales.
All right. So what are you going with?
Since I'm on the turnaround, it doesn't matter which order I do this. Ooh, boy, this is tough. I'm I guess gonna have to go with Joe Bennett as my corporate.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
I liked her character. She was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would agree.
Another cringeworthy moment with Michael is when he was like telling her he booked his vacation down to go see her at her house. Oh, it was so awkward. He just never got the hint that she was just being kind and really mean it. And oh man. Plus all her different dogs that she would bring in the office.
Yeah. If he's
I think it was the ones that was sniffing Andy's
means they like you.
Yeah.
I love when Jim puts the monologue of her together to mess with Gabe, from her audiobook or something like that.
You are stupid. Yeah.
Or is it when Michael hires his nephew is working in the office and he's real nasty and everything, and they have to get rid of him, and he's explaining to Joe, he's like, well, the problem is I love him, and then Joe's like, oh, how far has it gone?
Right.
Just little moments like that. So
Michael's nephew was Quicksilver.
Perfectly, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So,
all right, salesperson, last one, Vinny.
Oh boy, there's a lot of good ones on the board.
There's still there's a.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Michael's lookalike, Danny Cordray.
Oh, going off.
I thought you were going Packer there.
I thought you were going Todd Packer.
No, I not the biggest Todd Packer fan, to be honest. He's funny, but I mean, if I want an office, I want a good salesman that can actually sell. And Danny Cordray can do that at the smallest of paper companies. Why can't he do it at Dunder Mifflin? And that's what Michael did. He went out and got him.
Also, the episode where they hire him and they have him in that fake room and they have Meredith.
Yes. And I love that. She closes the door and he turns around. She's right there, and they're like all watching, go, uh-oh. Because they know what she's going to
know what's happening. Yeah, exactly.
And everybody keeps busting in. Oh, clean the Esteban, clean the floor.
Yes. Oh, this is my other assistant. He also does not speak English. Yeah. All right. Good pick. All right. I got to pick an office manager. And here's my thinking. Charles Minor is probably the most efficient office manager, but very no nonsense. Nellie Bertram, her first, when she was the office manager, I could not stand that character at all.
The show was almost unwatchable.
It was almost unwatchable. Yeah. So, but then I did like her arc when she became more of a salesperson. I thought she did have some redeeming qualities there, and the whole thing with her wanting to adopt and Andy, giving her a hard time and stuff. And D'Angelo Vickers, I love Will Smith. I love Will Ferrell. I love Will Smith too. I love Will Ferrell, but that's another character. I hated that character, not because it was a bad character, but it was just, he was so cringy and off-putting.
We didn't like his juggling act?
No, I did not.
Are you ready, Phyllis?
Yeah. No.
Everybody give Phyllis a hand.
So
brave.
So I think I did not expect to pick this guy as my office manager, but I think I'm going to have to go with Charles Minor.
Wow.
I just by elimination, I guess him and David Wallace could work well together. Getting a good the branch could work smoothly between the two of them because I know they get along fairly well. In terms of his character, though, I do like all the shit he gives Jim, even at the company picnic where he's like, take a day off from doing nothing, or take a day off from taking a day off, or something.
It must be nice taking a break from all the or something. Yeah.
Even Jim's like, he's not even my boss anymore, and he still scares me, or something like that. So,
that was an interesting thing they did there. How they made Jim, kind of like the guy that was
the outcast,
club,
the rundown,
right? The rundown.
So, do you have an example of this rundown?
Yeah.
Just get it done, Jim. So,
right. And the whole Satakoy Steel line is
you're not even from paper. Does David Wallace know?
Yeah,
right.
Like, no, he doesn't know.
Satakoy Steel. Yeah. What were you before? Oh, Satakoy Steel.
That's such a beautiful name.
So, and that's, I almost wonder if he's another character like Karen, where if things didn't go off the rails so quickly, would he be more of a decent not decent character, but more likable character? Do you think?
No,
you don't think so?
No, he was a jerk. The company picked to prove that.
Yeah,
he was a jerk there, and plus he doesn't know anybody in his office. He picked Kevin to man the phones, and
that's right.
Stanley be his production czar.
To that point, almost, I'm glad they didn't redeem him either.
They did not
stay that way, which is actually kind of the one thing I did not care for I didn't care for the character Nellie at all, but the whole redeeming thing, I didn't care for either, because 1 minute we hate her, 1 minute for that character specifically. I just if you took her out of the show, you haven't lost a step. You haven't gained anything, you haven't lost anything.
No, and just the way
does nothing.
They threw her in there, and like she just kind of took Dwight's job, or Andy, was it Andy's job? I don't remember who it was at that point. Excuse me, was it Andy's job?
Yeah, it was Andy. Yeah.
And like, no one did anything about it. I'm like, that's not how. Granted, I know it's a show. There's a sense of putting your brain away a little bit, but it's like that's not how any of that would work.
I don't get what that was.
I don't know what they were going with that. So I'm not necessarily happy with having Charles Minor, but I will take him over D'Angelo and Nellie any day. So. Greg, final pick of the draft, your accountant. Who are you going to go with?
Oh, all these great choices right here, but I'm going to go with Stanford, Angela herself, and I'm going to take Hannah. A very, very strange, interesting, but had her moments. Just kind of just a total bitch around the office. Not pleasant, not nice to anyone. But I do have Creed on the team.
Yeah, he's going to get that squid eye picture.
Right, exactly. So she's just breastfeeding in the middle. It's like, do you have to do that? It's like, he's just. I forgot what the line was. Help me out.
Yeah,
it's.
I don't remember what it was either.
He says like, "Amen to that, brother," or something like that. He's just pulling it out. He's just literally sitting right next to her, watching her breastfeed her child, which she brought in for just whatever reason.
Right.
Yeah, I love the scene too where Michael walks over when she brings the baby in, and he's like, "May I?" And then she's like, "Oh, sure." She goes in, and he gets under her desk and starts talking like, "Look who's talking," And, Mom, I'm hungry. Yeah.
You need milk.
From? Breasts.
So many HR violations.
The moment I did like is she kind of puts Angela in her place a little bit, because it's just like they're like the same character. Like she is the version of Angela at that office. So that was it. But she's another character. Blink and she's gone, but definitely memorable, similar to Martin. In that brief time when the two branches merged. So
Well, do you guys?
Plus, I don't remember anything about Dakota. That was the last account we had.
I don't remember anything about Dakota either.
And Vinnie put that. I was like, I'd recognize her if I saw her again. But I was like, I don't remember anything about that character. So
So. Do you guys want to go over, Vinny? You want to say all your picks, and then I figure we'll throw them on Twitter and we'll have people vote for whose office they like the most and stuff. So. Sure. Vinny, go ahead and read your positions that you got, and then we'll wrap up.
Yep. I had for corporate, I had Joe Bennett, office manager Michael Scott, sales Stanley Hudson and Danny Cordray, accounting, Angela Martin. Warehouse, Daryl Philbin. Flex positions, I had Meredith Palmer, supplier relations, Toby Flenderson, HR, and receptionist, Ryan Howard. I still wish I would have picked Ronnie. I missed out on that one.
You did. I think you did. All right.
Well, she's still a free agent, I guess.
She's still a free agent.
Undrafted free agent.
How are we going to do the waiver claim here?
Week 1, drop Ryan and pick up Ronnie. Yep. All right. For mine, I had corporate David Wallace, office manager Charles Miner, sales team was Jim Halpert and Karen Filippelli, accounting was Oscar Martinez, warehouse Hidetoshi Hasagawa. My flex picks were Holly Flax and Pete Miller, and my receptionist was the one, the only Kevin Malone. And Greg, go ahead.
So for corporate, I had the one and only Jan Levinson, no gold. Office manager Robert California, sales team of Dwight and Andy, accounting, I had Hannah. Warehouse, Sea Monster, Lonnie Sea Monster Collins. Thanks, Vinnie. I didn't know his last name there. Thanks for putting that one in. Flex, I had Creed, of course, and Martin Nash, and my receptionist is the one and only Pam Beasley.
Very good. I think the only ones I was kind of surprised, no Gabe Lewis. Gabe did not get picked. Phyllis, no Phyllis. No Roy,
Phyllis, yeah.
No Kelly Kapoor, and no Aaron. So those are still on the board for also pepperoni Tony Gardner.
Yeah.
So, I love this. Just isn't going to work for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to pick him because Michael didn't even want to apologize to him.
Right?
No, it's so. I feel so bad when I pick up Mac, who those who don't listen is our dog, and I usually pick him up because he's lazy. He doesn't want to be. He wants to be picked up to go up to the bedroom to go to bed.
I'm under this.
I always
this
pick him
hawk
up.
here.
I always tell Erica, I'm like, I don't know what I'm grabbing here. I got him. I got this hawk right here. I don't know what I'm grabbing though. So anyway, those of you that have made it this far, thank you. Write in, tell us on our Facebook page, on our Twitter account. I will post these and we can vote and we'll tally those up for the next show. If you want to write in and tell us your favorite Office characters, favorite Office episodes, I'm sure we'll be doing more Office related stuff in the future. Email us at baseballandwhatever@gmail.com. Tweet us at baseballandwhat and facebook.com/baseballandwhatever. Vinny, you got any last minute things before we call it a night?
I don't.
All right. Very good. Greg, what about you? Anything else?
Me either. Just had a lot of fun doing this draft right here. And awesome. I would say I like this fantasy team more than my 5 other fantasy football teams.
Yes.
Which is just for those of you getting into fantasy football, do not do more than one league. If you got, I mean, I'm in 5 this year, and it's just after a long, dreadful season of fantasy baseball, this is just too much. It's fun, but in small portions.
Exhausting.
But the Office draft, I'm all here for. I kind of wish I could play this team.
I know.
Just kind of set it out there. So maybe that'll be the next thing. But
awesome. All right. Well, we will be back next week. Make sure you check out our guys over at Two Jocks and a Schlubs podcast. Greg was on there to talk about the White Sox. Be sure to check out Belly Up Sports at Belly Up Sports and bellyupsports.com. We will be signing with them. I'm going to shoot them the email saying we're good to go after we talked with their director. We got a lot of cool things. We're going to hopefully extend our reach, broaden the horizons, and expand to more people. And you can hopefully in the near future get a hoodie with Vinny's face on it. So look forward to that. Get your pre-orders in.
Yep.
And as always, thank you for listening. I'm trying to think of an Office quote to wrap up on. You guys got any off the top of your head right now?
Oh no, it's too late. I don't know. My brain's dead.
They're always like, come on. There's there's so many.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we'll post something with it.
Yes, we will. So on that note, are you a big fan of William Hung? Because your license plate is well hung.
Yeah.
Ryan,
why does everyone say that?
Yeah. What does that mean? On that note, guys, next week, thank you for listening. Take care and have a great weekend. See you guys.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.